All right, we should be live on Facebook in our Facebook group. And yes, there we are. Awesome. I have been MIA for a while, and as you know, this has been a busy time of year for me. Make sure, there we go. I have been working a temp job through the holidays. You know, as a small business owner running your own business, sometimes there's just a lot of stress that adds in. And I decided that I was going to take a temporary job, like a part-time job, to just help with some of that money stress that this time kind of brings. And it has been really great. So I've been exercising because the job I do, I walk a lot. So I'm feeling better physically, and it just has really helped. I finally feel like I'm getting back to my normal self. So my schedule's been a little bit crazy, and that's why I haven't been on live as much as possible. But my goal going into 2022 is to go live at least once a week. And I'm going to do my absolute best to schedule that for you, like create an event here in the group so that you guys know when I'm popping on live. And then you can either join me live, which I love, because then if I pull up my Facebook window here, I can actually comment on your questions. But even if you can't catch it live, then you can watch the recording because it will be there in our group. And I'm also going to be putting these on YouTube and sending out an email a lot of times. So if that's easier for you as well, you'll be able to watch them there. But today I want to kind of talk about a start for the new year. So I've done a lot of thinking, and I've kind of realized that the end of the year seems to hit me the same way unlike every year. I get stressed, I get overwhelmed. I want to find the perfect Christmas presents, and then I worry about the money I'm spending, and I just, all these things kind of pile up. And I wanted that to be different in 2022. And so I decided that I kind of need to start the year with a refresh or a detox. And I thought maybe some of you would want to join along with me, because these last 2 years, to me, they felt a little bit toxic in just the way that there is a lot of negativity. I feel like it's been very easy for me to complain and focus on the things that aren't the way I want them to be, instead of really appreciating, sorry, my printer is making noises, appreciating all the things that are good in life. And so I'm kind of looking at this as a physical detox, but also a mental detox as well. And so I would love for you to join me on this journey. So first off, we're going to start the physical detox, and I'm going to share something here. Now, I talked about it back in September, because when I got back from doTERRA's convention in Salt Lake City, I did the 30-day cleanse, and doTERRA calls it the 30-day cleanse, but it's really kind of like a cellular detox. It's not a cleanse like you might sometimes when you hear cleanse, but it does cleanse your body of the toxins that build up. I feel like it kind of helps reset. And this is something that I want to do every quarter. So the beginning of the year is the perfect time. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you the products that we're going to use. So the easiest way to do this is to add the Cleanse and Restore kit to your January loyalty rewards order, okay, or your monthly order. So the benefit of doing that is if you add it to that order, you're going to earn your points back. And so depending on where you are, you're going to earn either between 10 and 30% back in your doTERRA dollars that you can use in the future. You have 12 months to use the dollars that you accumulate, and you can cash those in on free products. So that's the easiest way to do this. If you don't have all of the products that you need, just get one of the Cleanse and Restore kits. The first is on Saturday. So as soon as you know the specials, you can add that Cleanse and Restore kit to your loyalty order. And then you can actually use the process now, or go to checkout now. I forget what the actual button is called, but you don't have to wait and let it ship on your monthly date. If you place that order anytime in January, or anytime before the 15th, it counts as your loyalty rewards order. Okay, so on January 1st, I'm going to place my orders for these products so that on Monday, January 17th, we can all start this cleanse together, the 30-day cleanse. Now, the other option that you can do is what I'm going to actually do. Because I just did this in September, I do have a few products left over. So what I'm going to do on January 1st is I'm going to go in and just add the individual products that I need to my shopping cart. And because I do order on the loyalty reward program, I have points, and I'm going to use those points to pay for some of these products. Okay, what better way to cleanse than to use those points to get some of those products? Like, sweet, I love that. Okay, the other thing you can do, so if you look at like the Zendocrine soft gel and the DDR Prime soft gels, the soft gels, those two are basically just the oil in a soft gel formula, or soft gel formulation or whatever. So it's a convenience thing. Okay, I actually have the Zendocrine oil and the DDR Prime oil. And so I will share with you, if you would rather, you can put those oils in a veggie cap and take the oil that way instead of taking the soft gel 3 times a day. It just depends on what you want to do. Okay, I put together a checklist for you. I used it last time I did this, and I put in, like, since I divide my LLV into 2 times, I have like a morning or a first dose and a second dose. I have all of that on a checklist. I have to be able to mark everything off. The Zendocrine, it says to take 3 times a day. So there's 3 little boxes each day for the Zendocrine. I cross each one off. Okay, I will share that with you too. It's not pretty at all, but it worked for me. And I do have a pretty version also if you don't need all of the little boxes. So I'll have some of those tools available for you. But the most important thing is that you get these products ordered right away at the beginning of January so that you can join us on January 17th. Now, I am still contemplating, but I think I'm going to have you sign up for this. And then we're either going to do it over text or in a WhatsApp group. It just depends on how many of you have used WhatsApp. WhatsApp is just an app that you put on your phone, and you get a notification through that. Instead, you can go back and look at all of the texts or the messages there. The nice thing about WhatsApp is that it's outside of Facebook, so stuff doesn't get clogged up with Facebook. It's also, instead of having a text come from me, it's a nice way that we can all be in one group, and then I can actually open that up for you that you can ask questions within there as well. So I'm contemplating doing that. We'll just see. We might do a text this time and then WhatsApp the next time, but I will put a link to a Google form so that you can sign up if you want to do the cleanse. So that is the physical cleanse. And that is going to help with your energy level. It's going to help with your hormone level. It helps me sleep better. It really did help with my mood as well. I also believe that it really helped with my immune system, because when I came back from Salt Lake City, I stayed healthy. Okay, I did not come down with anything. I didn't feel anything. My immune system was working awesomely. And I do know several people that, just being around people, traveling in airports, things like that, sometimes, your body kind of comes under attack. And so I just was very happy that I stayed healthy even after doing all of that traveling. So I do think this is the perfect time. Winter, sometimes we don't get as much sunshine. We don't get as much vitamin D. We're inside a lot more. So, sometimes our bodies do come under attack. And I think this is a great way to give your immune system that extra boost as well. So I would love to have you join me with that. The biggest thing, I'm going to have that link to that Google form. Just sign up for the 30-day detox, we'll call it. And that's where you'll get the information on this. We'll start that on January 17th. Now, in addition to that, I also want to kind of do a negative thinking detox. Okay, because as I said, I've noticed I've been a little grumpy sometimes. It's been very easy to complain. It's been easy to focus on the things that are not maybe, or haven't gone maybe the way I wanted them to. And that's something that I really want to change. I heard a quote, and it was about the things we focus on, what you focus on expands. And that is so true. So I don't know if you guys remember, I'm going to show you a picture here. Remember this book? It's a kid's book. It was one of my favorites. It's called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. So I don't know if you remember that book, but it was one of my absolute favorites. And it starts out with, like it says, Alexander could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. He went to sleep with gum in his mouth and woke up with gum in his hair. When he got out of bed, he tripped over his skateboard and by mistake dropped his sweater in the sink while the water was running. He could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's how the book starts. Okay. So it reminded me of how when we focus on the bad things, it seems like more bad things happen. You know, if you're running late to work and then you stub your toe on something and then you drop something and you're just grumpy and you complain about everything and just everything seems to be terrible, it feels like that's what continues to happen. Okay. And so what I want to change my thinking to is to focus on the good things. Now, I talked about this. I shared, I think it just went out in email. I shared a suggestion about spending some time before the end of the year, before January 1st, and making a list of all of the things you are grateful for from 2021. You need to sit down and think for a while, because at first it's going to be kind of surface level things, but the longer you continue to list things and write, the deeper that they'll get, and just like the more you'll remember. And when you make a list like that, a gratitude list, it really changes your way of thinking. And because you're focusing on the positive things, you're focusing on the things that you're grateful for, what it really does is help you see those more often. Okay, so here's an example. My car's, oh gosh, probably 13 years old now, 10, 13, I can't, yeah, it's probably 12 or 13 years old. And when we very first got it, it was a red Prius. Okay, I had not seen many Priuses around Lincoln, let alone red ones. And we came home with my new car, and all of a sudden I started seeing red Priuses everywhere. Now, I guarantee you, not everybody went out and bought a red Prius the same day that I did. But because I was aware of my red Prius, I was focused on my red Prius, I started seeing more red Priuses all around. Okay, it's just weird how your mind does that. It's a thing called the reticular activating system, something like that. And basically, because we have so much information coming in, your brain decides what kind of to bring forward to your consciousness. A lot of that sits back in your subconscious, but it thinks about what to bring forward. And so if you spend a day focused on, maybe not in the winter, but on butterflies, and you're like, I bet there are butterflies, you're going to start to see butterflies. Maybe it's cardinals. This time of year, there's a lot of cardinals. If you're focused on thinking about cardinals, you might start seeing more cardinals. It's not that there are more cardinals, it's just that you're aware of them. It's what you're focusing on. And so that is the whole key, that this year in 2022, I want to focus on the good things, focus on the things I'm grateful for. Okay, so to help me do that, I've started reading a book. Actually, I can just show you here. It's called Attitude is Everything, and it's by Jeff Keller. Okay, you can get it on Amazon. I will share the link after this. I'll put the link in the comments. It's $11.95 for a paperback on Amazon. This book it's going to be kind of my success manual or my guide, okay? Because it gives us a step-by-step plan. He says step-by-step plan for taking control of your life and unleashing incredible potential. So it has 12 lessons in it. They are your attitude. Let's see here, I have the book here. I'll just read it here. Your attitude is the window to the world. You're a human magnet. Picture your way to success. Make a commitment and you'll move mountains. Turn your problems into opportunities. Your words blaze a trail. How are you? Stop complaining. I need that one. Associate with positive people. Confront your fears and grow. Get out there and fail. Networking that gets results, and change your attitude and you change your life. Those are the 12 lessons in the book. Okay. And so what I've been thinking about doing, if we can find a way to do this, I'd kind of like to do a book club. So if you guys grab this book on Amazon, let's read this together. And let's do a book club and discuss each of these lessons together. Let's see how much we can change our attitude and change our life in 2022. Okay, so that is kind of my goal. Now, the other thing with these gratitudes, if we just think about the things that we're thankful for, sometimes it's easy to forget them. So I already mentioned making a list. Okay, if you're a list person, do that, but post that list where you're going to see things. Okay, I'm a visual person, so I'm going to do a gratitude wall. I have a couple of things I'm thinking about. One, you probably have noticed my little blue picture back there. I painted that canvas a long, long time ago with the intention of putting a phrase or a quote on there, and I've never quite got to that. But maybe what I'll do is print little squares of maybe quotes that I like, or maybe I'll create, I'll write something that I'm grateful for and put little squares on there. I don't know. The other thing is I have a wall over here where I had a calendar for 2021. And I'm thinking about just hanging a piece of poster board and putting sticky notes. And every time I think of something I'm grateful for, I'm going to write it on a sticky note and stick that sticky note on that poster board. And then the end of the year, I'm going to have this poster board covered with sticky notes. Okay. Maybe you like colorful markers and you just want to write things on there and put smiley faces and hearts and things around that. However you want to do that, we want to make a list of the things we're grateful for. So let's do a gratitude wall. You could use like vision boarding, kind of where you find pictures of things and maybe cut out pictures of magazines or print them off the internet, something like that. I don't know, lots of ideas, but I think that it would be really neat for us all to do this together. Like, let's spend January detoxing our bodies, detoxing our mind, and really focusing on gratitude. And let's see how much that changes our life, even just in 30 days. And it won't even be a full 30 days because we'll really start that on January 17th. The detox part, the physical. I'm going to start the gratitude stuff right away. But if you're interested in a book club, we could start that on January 17th as well. So here's what I need from you. I need in the comments for you to tell me, or if you got this through the email, you're watching on YouTube, I need you to either respond to the email or put in the comments somewhere. One, are you going to join me on this physical detox? Okay. Are you going to get your cleanse and restore kit or get your individual products? And are you going to participate in that? If you are, sign up with the Google form link that I will share. Number two, are you going to read this book with me? Are you interested in doing a book club? Okay. And number three, how are you going to do your gratitude wall? How are you going to keep track of the things that you are grateful for? Are you going to say every day I'm writing down one thing I'm grateful for? Or are you going to make a list or a cute wall? Or what are you going to do? Like, it could be pictures, it could be sticky notes, it could be, I don't know, anything. So that's what I want. I need you to do those three things here for me. And then we're going to kick off 2022 and make it our best year yet. Sound good? I hope so. All right. That is all I have for you today. So I hope you guys have a great day and say farewell to 2021 and let's welcome in 2022. All right. See you later. Bye.